Welcome to the Cryptosphere. This is Cryptogenic coming at you. Today is Tuesday, November 16th at 5:12 p.m. here in sunny California. Lots of action on these crypto charts. Actually, not much different than yesterday. So we're going to look at a couple things. One thing that the blockchain backer said in his video today that I thought was really good. Actually, a couple things he said in his video that I thought were really good. I'll show you that, and then I'll give you kind of a my take on how to think about the crypto market and where we are in the cycle. I mean, most of you know I don't like to give multi-year projections. Here's where we're going to be in 1 year, 6 months. I simply look at the cycle and I do the trend analysis, and then I look at the RSI and I say if the RSI keeps moving this way and the price keeps moving this way, here's where we'll be. And then sometimes I'll show you some bars patterns to look at the fractals of where we've been. Look at candle patterns and try to determine what the targets are based on those patterns. All pretty simple stuff. But today, I took a look at the total market cap in a way perhaps that's different than I've seen and different than I have considered before. But first, here's what the blockchain backer, I keep getting that mixed up. Here's what the blockchain backer said today. He said he's been expecting us to come down and retest the resistance here. And sure enough, we've come back down and we've got support right at that resistance right there. So he said he expected that. And he's been saying that in his videos, actually, that he's been expecting us to retest that and then go into a one last euphoric push as he sees it. And so he expects that Bitcoin's not going to go above between $68,000 and $82,000. Then it's going to go into steep decline, and then the altcoins are going to go absolutely crazy. Well, so my approach is a little bit different. This is a Bitcoin dominance. Is this the Bitcoin dominance? This is the Bitcoin dominance chart. Here's what I see on this Bitcoin dominance chart, just using my methodology. We're in a symmetric triangle here, and we've got bearish divergence on the RSI, okay? We're in a symmetric triangle with bearish divergence on the RSI. If we break down bearish out of this triangle, I'm expecting a minimum drop of about 12% and then a maximum drop of about 19%, and then if we break beneath this line, it could be an additional 18%. So let's say we break beneath this line here, it could be up to 19%, which brings us right down to basically this first line of support that I've drawn here, and this line of support corresponds to this level back here, back in January 2018. So we at least come back to touch that line, and we may break beneath that line and come down here to 32.47%. So this is bearish, which means that the altcoin market is picking up steam. The altcoin market is winding up and getting ready to outperform Bitcoin substantially. That's an important piece, okay? Looking at the Bitcoin chart, all is well. We're still making a higher low, and Bitcoin, the RSI is not even at this line of support. It's right within its trend, and it's fine. But let's go back to this total altcoin chart, because I want to show you something that's a little different than what I've seen. Maybe other people have looked at it this way. I don't know. And maybe I'm wrong, but for what it's worth, this is a perspective. So if we go all the way back here to 2014, this is February 2014. Think of it this way. Basically, we're at this high. This is not what I want to use. Okay. From this top here, this whole period, what if we thought of this whole period as breakdown and consolidation? All the way to the point where we break above this line. In other words, we capitulated beneath this line, and for 826 days, we were in consolidation. Even the recovery is part of the consolidation, not a part of the next bull run, if we think of it this way. If we think of it that way, then the bull run starts here. the moment we break above the line, and then goes all the way up to the next top. So if you think of it that way, let's see if I did this right. All the way to the next top, okay? So if you think of it that way, we dropped 75%, and once we recovered and we got the breakout above that, we broke out 8,365%. So what we saw was 826 days of consolidation and then 581 days of a bull market, right? Then we break beneath that top over here, okay? And once we break beneath that top, now we go back into breakdown and consolidation, which continues until we break above that top. And what we saw is the entire market dropped about 88%, and this breakdown and consolidation lasted 1,092 days. Okay? Now, this consolidation lasted 826 days. This one lasted 1,092 days. Now, we broke above that top again. When did we break above that top? December 28th, 2020, less than a year ago. Now, if we had 581 day breakout last time, what if we have another 581 day breakout? And then secondly, right now, we're only at 73% above that line, 73% above the top that we hit in January 2018. That's not a bull run. And secondly, we are only, sorry, I was upside down. Sorry, I messed that up. Sorry, we are 300% above. So 300% above our breakout place over a period of, you know what, I'm going to do this again. So from the point that we broke out, we are currently 322 days into our breakout, and we're up 288%. Okay? That's not a breakout. If you look at these last two periods, we're in the second bull run of the market, really, according to this chart. We should have quite a ways to go. Now, what if we get 581 days and 8,000, anywhere near 8,300%. You're talking about the next top should be up here at about $63.5 trillion, and that bull run should take us all the way to August of next year, which means that if this is anywhere near correct, then this cycle is actually going to extend all the way to August. Which means that actually, if you think about it that way, what am I doing? Which means if you think about it that way, if you go back and take this fractal and take it all the way up, we should be doing something like, at the very least, something like this that takes us up to 21 trillion by the end of this cycle. Which means even if we don't get an 8,000% run, maybe we get a 2,800% run, which is piddly. that takes us up to $21 trillion, which was my target. And it simply means that it's possible that this cycle is going to last a lot longer than we think and go a lot higher than we thought. It's just a thought, folks. Could be completely wrong, but I thought I would share it because when I keep seeing these fractals of these old cycles and these scenarios based on older cycles, what we like to do is we like to start from the bottom instead of looking at where we have retraced from. To me, the breakout doesn't start until we break above the place we retraced from. So I think this is a possibility, folks, but it could be nonsense. So what are we going to do? We're going to wait and see. As I said before, my methodology is simple. I simply look at the RSI and I look at the price action. How are we going to know if I'm right or wrong? If the RSI keeps moving upward and the price action keeps moving upward. So anyways, just a thought, maybe completely wrong, but I just thought I would share it because I saw it and I see it and I share what I see. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And we will move on. Looking at the daily chart of Bitcoin. Yes, we are solidly beneath this line now. We closed a daily candle beneath it, and now this is the resistance and this is the support. However, we've got nice solid support in the RSI here, and it just shows that the actual pattern that the RSI is in a broadening wedge. All right, so which means at a certain point we'll come up and reach for the top of this broadening wedge, or we'll start a new pattern upwards, and we will recover. All is well. Already looked at that. Actually, we didn't, but we're still okay. RSI is still above. Not much to report since yesterday. I want to look at DENT. Somebody asked me about DENT. DENT is fine. You look at the RSI, we're making a higher low. As long as we bounce, and we don't break, well, even if we broke through that line, as long as the RSI bounces before we hit this line here, we're fine. Still hanging on to this trend and not moving out of it, which is very encouraging. The consolidation continues, but all of these assets, all they need is some volume, and they'll pump. Same thing with Veracity. Veracity's looking fine. RSI is fine, still making a higher low, and we made higher highs here. Price action hasn't even touched the line yet, so it could even still consolidate a little bit more before it breaks out. I think we're going to be fine. Same thing with EOS here. Still, we've got support in the RSI. We got to break beneath this line before we're in trouble, and we haven't. We're still solidly within the trend here. XLM, same thing, still making higher lows in the RSI. If we look at the RSI here, and we're not even at the trend line yet, so there's plenty of time and plenty of room. Also, before we're in trouble, we got to break below that line there in the RSI. So there's plenty of time and plenty of room for this to consolidate even a little bit longer. But I am expecting a breakout and for us to move up towards these higher areas. Same thing. It's a little bit different with HBAR. I expected a bullish break from here with HBAR. However, if we look at the RSI, we're not in trouble until we break beneath this line. And we could very well bounce before we get to that line. All is well. Looks like it's capitulating beneath the trend for now, which is okay. It happens from time to time. But I'm watching the RSI. We've got bullish MACDs here. And so as long as that is the case, all is well. All right, folks, that's all I got for you today. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. It's just my opinion. If you like the content, please like the content and smash that subscribe button and leave me a message letting me know what you think. I appreciate all of your comments. Once again, shout out to all of my patrons, my Patreon members. Some of them requested some of these assets. That's one privilege that I give to my patrons is to be able to request some assets that I'm able to cover in my videos. Also, above all, you know what to do. Sleep in peace, wake in joy, walk in love, trip not, don't fret, don't be afraid, hold the line, all is well. And this is Cryptogenic, signing out.